Hello and good morning to all my lovely students out there. I welcome you all for yet another English class. Students, I hope that all of you are fit and fine and are safe in your home, right? Okay, before starting today's class, let us recall back what we have done in our previous class. In our previous class, students, we had done story review. I hope all of you still remember, right? What a story review is, I've taught you in our last class, that is live class, and we have also learned the important points to be kept in mind while writing a story review, right? So students, let us recall. I told you that a story review is the review, is an expression of the opinion of the reader, right? What he or she feels about the story, and then after hearing a story review, another person can decide whether he or she wants to read that book or not. It's just like a movie review. I have given you some examples as well. And I have also taught you, students, that there are 4 important points to be kept in our mind while writing a story review. I hope you still remember those points. Yes, point number 1 was introduction. That means under introduction we are going to write the title of the story, the author, who is the author of the story, and also we are going to write what kind of story it is. Is it a fictional story, a fairy tale story, or any kind of story it may be, right? And number 2, I have told you that it is the summary of the story. That means you are going to summarize the whole story in a nutshell and you are going to write that. Number 3 is the analysis, wherein you are going to write your favorite part of the story, right? And if you dislike the story, you can also mention the part of the story which you dislike. It is purely your opinion. And number 4, the last one, was the conclusion. How did the story touch you? How did you feel after reading the story? And what kind of moral you got from the story? So with that, we have just revised the topic. Now in today's class, students, what we are going to do is, since we have finished our modules, the workbook, we will move ahead with our textbook, lesson number 8, the elephant's nose. Okay, we will try to do that. Okay, students, so in today's class I will be telling you a bit about the author who has written the story. It's a purely fictional story. I'll tell you a bit about the author who has written the story, and also we will try to see some of the new words from the story. So let's get started, students. So students, this story, The Elephant's Nose, is actually being adapted from a short story called The Elephant's Child, written by Rudyard Kipling. Now you must be thinking, who is Rudyard Kipling, right? So let us know something about him. His full name is Joseph Rudyard Kipling, okay? And he was an English short story writer, journalist, poet and novelist as well. He was born on 30th of December 1865 in Mumbai, in India, that is, right? And most of his work has been inspired with our Indian thoughts, okay? He died on 18th of January 1936 in London. And students, as I have told you, most of his works are very famous. That is The Jungle Book, The Man Who Would Be the King. All these are the works of Joseph Rudyard Kipling. So in this story, it is a fictional story, students. I have already told you, in this story what we are going to do is, we are going to find an interesting lesson about how the elephants got a long trunk, right? Among all the other animals, we can see that other animals too has short nose, just like us, we humans, but the only animal around us which has got a long nose is the elephant. It is the combination of their upper lip and their nose, right? Long. It's called the trunk. So Rudyard Kipling has written a very interesting story based on that. So we will try to read the lesson, and we'll also gain some insights about how the elephant got a long trunk or nose. And in this lesson, you are going to get some important words, new words. So let us discuss those words for the better understanding of the story. The first new word. Since students, why we are doing the new words? Because it will help us to understand the story. The first new word is claw. You can see it on the screen. What's a claw? It is a sharp curve part on the foot of an animal or bird, like cats. You have seen the claws of the cats, right? And also that of birds, right? So what is the spelling? C-L-A-W. Okay. And word number 2 is spanked. Spank means to hit, okay, or slapped somebody with an open hand. To hit or slap somebody with an open hand. That is the meaning of spanked. Number 3 is hoof. So how do you pronounce it? Hoof. H-O-O-F. Hoof. What is hoof? The hard covering on the foot of some animals. The next word is curiosity. Your next word is curiosity. Curiosity means a keen desire to learn and know many new things. Okay, what is curiosity? You see small kids, small children are what? Very curious, no? Whatever they see, they keep on asking, what is this? Why it is used? No? If they see the stars on the sky, they ask, why are there so many stars on the sky, right? They are very curious to know many things. So curiosity means what? A desire to learn and know new things. And your next word is shh. Shh. So S-H-U-S-H. Shh. Shush means what? It is a command to be silent. Whenever you go to a hospital or library, if you talk very loudly, what would the person there would request you, no? Even in the library, they would say shh. Now what it is a command to be silent. And the last word for the day is swish. Swish. Now what is swish? How do you pronounce? What is the spelling of swish and how do you pronounce it? S-W-I-S-H. Swish. Now what does it mean? To move with a very soft breezing or brushing sound. What is swish? To move with a very soft brushing or breezing sound. Okay, students, so we have learned 6 new words. So in our next class, students, what we are going to do? We are going to actually read the lesson written by Rudyard Kipling, and then also find out, we'll try to be very inquisitive, right? We'll try to find out how did the elephant got a long trunk. So students, in today's class we have done revision of what we have done in our previous live class, that is story review, and we have also learned something about who Rudyard Kipling was, and also we have learned 6 new words like claws, and we have learned what is spanked, right? Hoof, right? Curiosity, and we have learned shh and swiss. What are the meaning of this word? So as a homework, what you are going to do, you are going to write down this word meanings, as well as try to frame at least one sentence with this different word meanings. And in the next class, I will try to explain the lesson. We will also know how the elephants got long nose or trunk. So take care, students. Keep learning. Bye-bye.